Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 131st commencement exercises in the 144th year of MMI Preparatory School. We will begin tonight's program by honoring our country. Please rise and join the class of 2023 in pledging allegiance to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing. Please be seated. Soon-to-be graduates, are you excited? That's good. On behalf of the faculty, staff, administration, and board of directors, I extend a warm welcome to the parents and the family of the members of the class of 2023. We are so pleased to have all of you with us this evening. Additionally, we are streaming these proceedings online so that those who are not able to be with us tonight can share in this wonderful moment. I would like to recognize the board of directors for the extraordinary contributions they make to this school. These dedicated volunteers work tirelessly to ensure MMI's success, and we're all grateful for their continuing efforts on behalf of the students of MMI. I'd like to give them a round of applause, please. Thank you. It takes an exceptional faculty and staff to inspire, guide, nurture, and bring these young people to the heights of academic, athletic, extracurricular, and personal excellence. You are an outstanding, outstanding group, and we are all grateful to you, especially the class of 2023. Please let's recognize the faculty. Graduates, this has been a wonderful year for me as your head of school. It is such an honor to be standing before you tonight. So it is my honor to be here celebrating your graduation. I stand here before you not only as the head of school, but someone who recognizes the incredible achievements and potential of each and every one of you. You welcomed me warmly in the school and in the community this year, and for that I'm truly grateful. My year has been filled with adventure and excitement. I've spent this first year getting to know you as individual students and collectively as an inspiring class. I've had the joy of watching you grow and mature into incredibly kind and caring young adults with a delightful sense of humor. Life is filled with unexpected twists and turns, and I can tell you from personal experience, a healthy sense of humor can help with perspective, clarity, and it can even lower your blood pressure. I've been so inspired by this class and some of the new traditions that have been cultivated this year, including the senior sunrise and last night the senior sunset, which was incredible. I've enjoyed every second of my time with all of you. You're an outstanding group of students with admirable grit and drive. I look at the accomplishments you have achieved academically, and I'm incredibly proud. Graduating from high school is a significant milestone in your life. I would say there's a lot of risks, but I know this class is incredibly bright and have a tremendously bright future ahead. I would say take risks in life. The world is constantly changing, and as I mentioned, key points are knowing when to pivot and adaptability. They're really important pieces. Don't permit discouragement to ever creep in. Maintain a strong work ethic. The MMI education you've received has taught you the importance of working hard, commitment, integrity, dedication, resilience, character development, and leadership. I hope that you will remember the wonderful teachers who have challenged you, but also supported you throughout your time here at MMI. They have helped to shape the fine young men and women that you are today. Most importantly, be sure to honor and appreciate your parents, your grandparents, and all of those who have helped you along the way to get to this point. They're truly special. I want to wish you happiness and joy as you leave MMI and embark on your college experience. Please remember, MMI will always be here for you. Know that you will always find encouragement and support here. I send you off with the very best wishes for an abundance of blessings. All the best to this incredibly special class, the class of 2023, my first graduating class. Congratulations. Thank you. Mr. Richard A. DiLiberto, Jr. is a member of the MMI class of 1979. He is a litigation partner with Young, Conaway, Stargott, and Taylor LLP in Wilmington, Delaware. Rick has served on the MMI board since 2013. He earned his JD from Delaware Law School, Widener University, and holds a BS in education from Bloomsburg University. A native of the Hazleton area, Mr. DiLiberto served in the Delaware House of Representatives from 1992 to 2002 and is currently the chairperson of the Delaware Commission on Italian Heritage and Culture. Other board and community service includes being a member of the Governor's Magistrate Screening Committee, past president of the Delaware Trial Lawyers Association, past treasurer and past board member of the Delaware Law-Related Education Center, and adjunct faculty member for Delaware Law School, Widener University's intensive trial advocacy program. It is my honor and privilege to introduce our chairman of the board of directors at MMI, Mr. Rick DiLiberto.
Thank you, Mrs. Long. Fellow members of the Board of Directors, Teresa Long, faculty and staff, Mr. Herring, parents and grandparents, students, friends and families, and most importantly, my new brothers and sisters, the members of the class of 2023. Today, these young women and men join a very proud and distinguished family. A family whose brothers and sisters have gone forward from humble beginnings at this relatively small school to achieve greatness and outstanding service to others across the nation and around the world. Class of 2023, for 144 years, those who have gone before you have embellished the name of MMI Preparatory School in their higher education, their careers, their personal lives, their everyday interaction with others, in science and medicine and law, education, government, business, public service, social services, the arts, and numerous other careers. Your predecessors have achieved beyond all expectations and made our world a much better place. Now, as you leave the shelter of these buildings and the firm yet loving tutelage of these honored and dedicated teachers, we hand you the torch of the MMI family. How will you continue our traditions and build our heritage? 44 years ago, I sat where you are sitting. Our 31 members of the class of 1979 were dressed in our tuxedos and our gowns. The red and white class banners were hung with care. The parents and faculty looked adoringly upon us, and we were all off to college. Excited to be going forward, relieved to have completed our work here, and the last thing we wanted to hear was a long, boring speech by the board chairman. So let me get right to the point. Your MMI diploma grants you certain legal and social honors and rights. Be proud of them, benefit from them, but remember that same diploma entrusts you with solemn duties. Most important among these duties is to thank the people who gave you this invaluable and life-changing opportunity. Take a moment to thank my fellow members of the Board of Directors. These are among the best friends I have ever made in my life in any organization I have ever been a part of. These talented and selfless professionals have volunteered their time to make sure our school remains a beacon of hope and knowledge in northeastern Pennsylvania. Thank the generous donors who faithfully support MMI with financial and volunteer contributions. We're so blessed to have so many donors, alumni and non-alumni alike, from across this great nation who every year continue to invest in our mission. Thank your parents, your grandparents, your brothers and sisters, anyone who had the foresight to send you here and who made the financial sacrifices to fund your education. Many of your parents did what my parents did, worked extra jobs, took loans, made do with what they had rather than purchase new things to educate you here at MMI. Sincerely thank them and promise to pay them back, not with money, but with the pride and honor they will experience vicariously through your future hard work and achievements. Thank the administrators, the teachers, the coaches, and the staff who cared for you here. offer a special thanks to Mrs. Long, who is completing her first year as head of school. She has served with grace and dignity and cares very deeply about every one of you. And I hope that one day someone will say, in the 144 years of MMI, the first chairman to hire a woman head of school was Rick DiLiberto. How did we do? Your administrators, teachers, and staff have chosen a noble profession and deserve our heartfelt gratitude and our undying respect. Each of these talented young men and women is uniquely qualified in their subject matter. Each probably passed up opportunities for more lucrative careers to do what they love, to teach you every day. Unlike the lawyer who has the luxury of seeing his clients one at a time, or the physician who treats her patients one at a time, the teacher is the only professional who must see his or her clients all at once every day, 20 or 30 at a time. And you will learn over the next few years that they have prepared you very well. Thank my good friend, Mr. Stepansky, and the maintenance staff who kept these buildings and grounds safe for you and clean. And thank Chef Teresa and the kitchen staff who fed you every day and kept you strong. The next duty is to help and protect each other. Stay in touch with your classmates. Counsel one another through life's trials and challenges. And today, after 44 years, some of the best friendships I've ever had are with my MMI classmates. We've watched our children grow up, we've picked each other up when we stumbled, and now we're comparing gray hair and sharing photos of our grandchildren. I know each of you have supported each other very bravely and nobly already through this COVID pandemic. Some of us lost friends, some of us lost family to the virus. I trust your common sacrifices, memories, and lessons in overcoming hardship will stay with you and strengthen you through the years. I know that I have been strengthened by your courage and watching you and seeing how you dealt with the adaptations that we had to make in educating you here during this COVID crisis. When called upon, assist MMI alumni from other classes. Now and then you'll be contacted by a fellow prepper in need of career information, a reference, or just a friendly listening ear. It's the least we can do for each other. And as the old Beach Boys song goes, be true to your school. Give back to this little school as much as she gave to you. I know you may not realize it today, but your academic potential has been exponentially heightened because of the rigorous requirements of this grand old place. Come back and visit her often, and when she needs you, you be there for her. Never forget your MMI roots. In all you do, wherever you go, you represent this school. Speak of her fondly, forever. Protect her reputation. Dream of her future, and envision your own children having the same opportunity you had. Carry yourself with the quiet confidence and dignity of an MMI graduate. My brothers and sisters of the class of 2023, you're about to face a world which desperately needs the kind of people this institution has trained. And our generation trusts you to complete the work we've left undone and to remedy our errors. You will be looked upon for leadership, for unity, for problem solving in an era unlike any other in American history. When I spoke to you in this gymnasium on the first day of school, right here, I told you that you can be whatever you dream to be. Stay away from people who tell you you can't. With an MMI education, you have the opportunity to think great thoughts, to learn vast things, and to change the world. So many of our alumni have achieved monumental achievements, and you can too. As you go off to college, your world will change dramatically. For the past 4 years here, or even longer for many of you, your teachers and your parents have had vital and serious responsibilities. They were responsible to see that you chose the right courses. They were responsible that you read the right texts, that you achieved the right skills. They were responsible that you did your homework. They assumed the responsibility of teaching you to respect each other, to be good citizens, to honor the great institutions of our democracy. And they labored at those responsibilities because they love you. And they want you to perpetuate the long and prominent reputation of MMI. Well, on this day, at this hour, and at this moment, their responsibility ends, but yours begins. Congratulations, and God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Giliberto. Now comes a point in our celebration where we get to ask one of our seniors to tell us a little bit about the banner that was designed. It's a wonderful and unique tradition here at MMI that represents each class's identity. This year, our banner's designer is Brenna Kate Eckhart. Brenna is the daughter of Charles and Kim Eckhart of Lehighton. Brenna, would you please join me at the podium?
Welcome and good evening, Mr. Herring, Mrs. Long, Chairman Giliberto, the Board of Directors, Mr. Vincent, faculty and staff, parents, family and friends, esteemed guests, and fellow graduates of the class of 2023. First, on the behalf of the class of 2023, I would like to thank you all for joining us tonight. On the morning of Tuesday, August 30th, or our first day of the senior year, the class of 2023 and faculty met on the MMI soccer field at 6:28 a.m. to watch the sunrise. Unfortunately, and this is a surprise to no one, there was an overcast in Freeland, Pennsylvania, so we could not actually see the sun rise. But despite the messy weather, we still enjoyed breakfast together as the sun rose on our senior year. Fast forward to Wednesday, May 24th, or last night. Seniors and faculty gathered in the courtyard to celebrate not only the hard work of the seniors, but the hard work of our parents who provided unconditional support over our educational career. Once again, it was cloudy in Freeland, so as the sun set at 8:22 p.m., we gathered in the cafeteria to watch a video, which was put together by our wonderful class president, Jessica Zhang. This video included photos from the last 7 years at MMI. It was the perfect night of laughter and happy tears as the sun set on our senior year. The senior sunrise and sunset was a tradition our class started at MMI. It is part of our legacy. Not only was our class able to celebrate the beginning and the end of one of the most important years of our lives, but we also started a tradition for every MMI class to come. These new traditions served as an inspiration for the banner. As you can see, the sun and the moon represent the many ups and downs that the class has experienced. Whether good times or bad times, and we had quite a few, our class made the best of what we had. I can never forget all the clever ways we came up with to stay connected during the COVID-19 pandemic, or our class's endless support and effort in PJS, FBLA, Envirothon, Interact Club, sporting events, and any other extracurricular we could get our hands on. We constantly stayed connected and supporting each other. Finally, there are the sun rays, which represent each extraordinary female, and the stars representing each remarkable male in the class. Each of us will bring some light into this world no matter where we go or what we do. Thanks to the foundation MMI has given, each and every one of us will shine. I am so grateful to have had the opportunity to create our class banner, and it was truly an honor to represent our class in this way. Thank you.
Thank you, Brenna, for your thoughtfulness when creating this beautiful banner. This class banner will join those of previous classes hanging in the cafeteria for future generations of MMI students to admire. To rise to the top of a class as talented as the class of 2023 is a significant distinction. The two members of the class who will address you this evening are very deserving of their honor and place in the class. They have both worked exceptionally hard in all of their subjects, and their achievements speak for themselves. It is my honor and privilege to present the class of 2023 salutatorian, Manal Muhammad. Manal is the daughter of Ikram and Aliyah Muhammad of Mountaintop, and we are so honored to have her here.
Good evening, Mr. Herring, Mrs. Long, Chairman Diliberto, the Board of Directors, Mr. Vincent, faculty and staff, parents, family and friends, esteemed guests, and of course, my fellow graduates. Welcome to the graduation ceremony of the class of 2023. Tonight, I'd like to tell all of you a little story. In a little town, in a little brick building with a little cupola, there was a little class, the class of 2023. That class is not so little anymore. 4 surprisingly short years ago, we entered Old Maine's white doors together. For those of you who may not be familiar, MMI has been blessed with countless traditions dating back to decades and decades ago. One of our newer beloved traditions involves the freshman class entering the doors of MMI's Old Main building. These freshmen will not pass through these doors again until they exit them on their graduation day 4 years later. Today, our time has come. Within the time that has passed between our entry and exit of those doors, so much has happened. We've witnessed the departure of faculty members. We watched new ones come here to help us prosper. We spent years battling the challenges from the pandemic, and our class thrived through it all. If I had to use one word to describe our class, it would be resilient. And yet, our resilience cannot be solely attributed to ourselves. Although we have undoubtedly shaped one another as we grew up throughout these 4 years, there were countless other people who stood by our side through it all. Whether it be our parents and guardians, siblings, faculty, teachers, friends, and so many more, I think I can speak for my entire class when I say thank you. Throughout our high school experience, we were lucky enough to meet mentors who generously gave us their expertise, knowledge, and unwavering support. These mentors have shaped us academically, personally, and emotionally, motivating us to achieve ambitious goals and realize our full potential. They have not only given subject matter expertise, but also life lessons that extend beyond the classroom walls. In a world that often places great emphasis on individual achievements and self-reliance, it is vital that we remember the importance of respecting and honoring not only our mentors, but our families. Our families have worked long hours, made difficult decisions, and set aside their own dreams and desires to provide us with the opportunities for a better future. They have sacrificed so much for us, and it is our responsibility to show them the utmost gratitude and love. In light of all this, I'd like to take a moment to thank my most influential mentors, my parents. I would not be standing in front of you today if it weren't for all of the sacrifices they have made for me. Whether it be the decision to come to the United States or the decision to pay this school's tuition instead of visiting their families overseas. They have dedicated their entire lives to me and my siblings, and I cannot thank them enough for that. Along this journey, I urge you to seek the guidance of your families and others who have gone before you. Their wisdom and experiences can provide invaluable insights and support. Surround yourself with people who believe in your dreams and uplift you in times of doubt. Remember, it is the strength of our support systems that can propel us forward when our own determination wavers. Let us cherish the lessons they have taught us, the values they have instilled within us, and the wisdom they have shared as we embark on the next chapter in the story of our lives. In a few short months, as we set out on different paths, we will find ourselves scattered across the country, exploring new places and pursuing our passions. It is an exciting time filled with endless possibilities and opportunities. We will meet people who challenge us, inspire us, and encourage us to become the best versions of ourselves. However, as we set out to meet new mentors, make new friends, and embrace new challenges, let us never forget the people who are sitting in front of us today, the ones who have supported our every move, and the ones who will continue to cheer us on as we pursue our studies at college. As we prepare to leave MMI, we should treasure all the lessons we have learned from those who have been by our side throughout high school. We should cherish the late nights frantically spent studying together, the camaraderie forged on the sports fields or in extracurricular activities, and the countless conversations we've had that have changed our perspectives. These experiences have shaped us into the young men and women that we are today, and they will continue to shape us as we step into the next chapter of our lives. Congratulations, class of 2023. We have been through so much together, and we have plenty of exciting things to look forward to as we set off for college in a few months. As we bid farewell to this chapter of our lives and to MMI, I hope we carry with us the lessons, the memories, and the friendships we have gained here. I am confident that we will continue to pursue our dreams with passion, embrace the unknown with courage, and make a positive impact wherever life takes us. Although our time together will just be a little part of the story of our lives, this little building will always have a huge place in our hearts. Thank you, and congratulations once again to the class of 2023.
Thank you, Manal. That was beautiful. My honor and privilege to present the valedictorian of the class of 2023, Jessica Zhang. Jessica is the daughter of Dee and Hunzai Zhang of Jim Thorpe. Jessica, please join me at the podium.
Good evening, Mr. Herring, Mrs. Long, Chairman DiLiberto, the Board of Directors, Mr. Vincent, faculty and staff, parents, family and friends, esteemed guests, and fellow graduates of the class of 2023. We are gathered here today to celebrate an important milestone in our young lives. But before we enter a new chapter, I wanted to take a moment to reflect on our time together here at MMI. 2 days ago, my classmates and I were at graduation rehearsal, and Ms. Chandra handed each of us a sealed letter with our names. Like many of my classmates, I had forgotten all about the letters we wrote to ourselves in the beginning of senior year. I vaguely remembered writing down some questions and jokingly telling classmates that we would be able to answer them by the end of senior year. I realized just how far we'd come together as a class and as people from first stepping foot into MMI when I read my letter later that night. For example, one of the questions I posed to myself was, how long has high school felt? Now, if you asked me when I first entered MMI, I would have said endless. Like many of my classmates, I would stare at the clock when the day would start to drag on. I remember talking with my classmates at great length about how we couldn't wait to graduate, even though the years ahead seemed endless. In the beginning of senior year, we found ourselves doing something similar. But instead of counting down the minutes in class eagerly, we were counting down the months, weeks, and soon enough, mere days until graduation. But unlike our younger selves, we abruptly realized just how quickly time was passing. As a result, we chose to slow down and cherish the moments in our final year of high school. From freshman-senior bonding, to prom, to senior sunset just yesterday, we truly began to better value the time and memories we created together before they slipped away. As time passes and we grow older, our time at MMI will become an even smaller fraction of our lives, but its impact has been resounding. I encourage you all to value your time and appreciate these small yet meaningful moments as we embark on this new journey. While the excitement of graduating has been present since freshman year, we've since learned to take a deep breath and pause. Another question I posed in my letter was, who is with you right now? When I wrote this question in the beginning of the year, I probably wanted to know who was physically there to support me while finishing the last milestone of my high school career. But reading my letter, I find my appreciation extends to beyond just those physically near me. It's easy to get lost in the movement of life, but I urge you all to not forget about those who have helped us beyond just each other. Thank you to both current and past faculty, staff, and teachers who have always been willing to offer advice or a listening ear. Thank you to parents, family, friends, and all the people who have shaped our community today. To the innumerable amount of people who are not here with us today physically, whether that be out-of-state friends, past childhood teachers, or even those virtually joining us today, thank you for your immeasurable impact and unwavering support. It will be undoubtedly hard to leave the MMI community we have fostered together. It's difficult to imagine starting again, forging new inside jokes, creating different friendships, and experiencing life without the physical presence of MMI. But you don't heal from no longer being in a place like MMI by pretending you haven't left. You do it by creating new communities that you love to fill the holes left by ones you can no longer be physically part of. As we move forward, I remind you all to thank and give back to your communities, even those often overlooked. The last question I posed myself was, what do you value? In the beginning of high school, I would have said I valued happiness and trust. I still, of course, hold these values, but as a rising college student, more diverse perspectives have solidified my identity. As a daughter of immigrants, I value my family and my heritage. As a first-generation college student, I value my education. Above all else, like many of my classmates, I value asking questions and seeking answers. Undoubtedly, there will be many questions that we don't have a definite answer to. But the choice between different options, not necessarily better or worse, will continue past high school. We are choosing between what values we want to hold, what we are passionate about, and what kind of path we want to follow in the future. Simply put, we are asking ourselves difficult questions and making different decisions that will lead to different lives. But if MMI has taught us anything, it's taught us to value our time, our community, and ourselves as individuals in pursuit of answers. We may be unable to answer some questions now, but we're well equipped with the skills, support, and education to find our values and try. Change is often unnoticeable day by day or even month by month, but there is no doubt we are no longer the tiny middle schoolers that we were once walking into MMI. We are now leaving MMI, but we will find new communities that we love that will teach us new lessons, but will continue to hold the lessons that we learned here today. We will challenge our perspective, understand our motivations, find our values, and ultimately grow as people on our separate paths. To the class of 2023, I truly wish you all nothing but the best moving forward as we continue to seek answers. Thank you.
Jessica and Manal, you are inspirational young people, and we are beyond proud of what you've done here at MMI and the impact that you've left on this school. So please help me recognize Manal and Jessica again, please. this time, I welcome Academic Dean, Mr. Justin Vincent, to the podium, please.
This class has earned many awards and received numerous recognitions. Tonight, we will present our most prestigious honors. The Joseph A. Tchaikovsky Class of 48 Memorial Prize for Mathematics and Science is awarded to the member of the class of 2023 who has the highest combined grade point average in math and science throughout their 4-year upper school experience. The award is named for a distinguished alumnus of MMI who studied engineering at Penn State and was an outstanding professional engineer. The award was founded in the memory of Joseph A. Tchaikovsky by his late daughter, Ms. Lisa Tchaikovsky-Merlot, MMI Class of 1980. The Joseph A. Tchaikovsky Class of 48 Memorial Prize for Mathematics and Science is presented to Jessica Zhang. The Freeland Rotary Club established the Rotary Service Above Self Award to recognize and acknowledge a young person who, by his or her actions, has personified the Rotary motto of service above self in their school and community. It is one of 2 awards selected by the MMI faculty. The 2023 Rotary Service Above Self Award goes to Christian Carol Banks. The Faculty Award is presented to the student who displays basic goodness and honesty while being a good example for their peers in his or her own way. The student is emotionally mature and treats others with empathy, compassion, and concern. The selected student displays qualities of humility, wholesomeness, and industry. Our entire faculty selects the recipient from a number of worthy candidates. The recipient of the 2023 Faculty Award is Brenna Kate Eckhart.
Now it's time. One more time. And now it's time to hear from the president of the class of 2023. This position carries high responsibility of leadership and tactful diplomacy in helping the class navigate their final year at MMI. It is my pleasure to bring Jessica Zhang back to the podium.
Thank you to everyone who is joining us today to celebrate the class of 2023. I'm excited to be speaking to you today, and I sincerely hope my words paint a true representation of the graduating MMI seniors here today. As you can see, our senior class is composed of just 24 students. We are undoubtedly a small class, but our potential has never been limited by that number. Rather, it's made us work harder to foster a tight-knit community by implementing new school traditions as Brenna previously described. But outside of creating new senior traditions, I've also been fortunate enough to witness the class of 2023 show genuine care for others by modifying other MMI traditions. For example, Founders Day is a tradition which typically includes an educational presentation by the senior class about MMI's founding. But as a small class, we wanted to improve the event for other students to enjoy. The seniors before you worked tirelessly to create a school-wide educational scavenger hunt for all grades, and they served as team captains, guiding younger students around the school to learn about MMI's rich history. This is just one example. Whenever given the opportunity, they sought to include others outside of just our class, whether it be inviting the junior class to prom, teachers to the end-of-year senior party, or parents to senior sunset. It is in these moments that I see a defining characteristic of thoughtfulness shine throughout our class. The seniors before you have taken on a role of mentorship that makes me proud to say I am part of their graduating class. Our MMI journey, however, could not have been possible without the guidance of others. We wanted to say thank you to the teachers, faculty, and staff who have offered us mentorship when we most needed it. Thank you to our senior advisors, Mrs. Carter and Mr. Garvey, for their unwavering support when our confidence faltered. To all of the parents and families listening, thank you for your continued academic and emotional support, and know that we will never forget what you have done for us. With the support of the MMI community, I have no doubt the members of the class of 2023 will do amazing things. I'm confident Evie, Ashley, and Emily will change the world of psychology, that Christian will be an amazing pharmacologist, that Casey will use her language learning skills and speaking skills to foster global connections, that Wakas and Andon will be future CEOs, that John will revolutionize the car industry, that Kate will change lives as a speech-language pathologist. But beyond their academic achievements, the class of 2023 has carried an equally powerful spirit of determination, vibrancy, and genuine kindness into their character. Field Day was only possible through the selflessness of our captains like Lucy, Ava, Jeffrey, John, Caden, and Sam stepping up to be captains. The other senior officers, Ty, Jillian, Brenna, and Erica, were always enthusiastic and spent countless hours on Google Docs with me to plan events. When I was too scared to even introduce myself joining MMI in 9th grade, it was Caleb who encouraged me to join him at the lunch table. When I made the unfortunate decision of bleaching my hair before FBLA, it was Brenna who graciously spent 2 hours painstakingly spraying temporary dye into my hair. It was only through conversations with friends, like Manal, that kept me sane when we were nearing our 5th hour on the language trip bus. And honestly, I don't think I've seen our senior class laugh harder or smile more than when Nathan played a magic polar bear in our Spanish play. It's difficult to condense my thoughts on the graduating seniors before you today, but I'll sum it up this way. The class of 2023 is composed of the most diverse, compassionate, and insightful people I've had the privilege of meeting. They've shown MMI the value of kindness, authenticity, and honesty beyond borders, and that is something to be extremely proud of. Each member of the class of 2023 has their own story they've created throughout these past few years at MMI, and I would be naive to say I could sum them all up in this speech. But what I do know is that they've made a lasting impact on my life, the lives of others, the lives of many more in the audience, and the resounding MMI community. To the class of 2023, we have traveled this path together for many years. We began as a small 24-person class, and now we are moving forward as young adults in a much bigger world. Although our paths are diverging and will become significantly harder than high school pop quizzes, I have nothing but confidence in saying we've made our mark as individuals, friends, teammates, classmates, and as a class at MMI. And I know we will continue to do the same in the future. You all have made me happier than what I thought was possible, and I could not be more grateful to be part of your graduating class. Thank you to everyone who supported the class of 2023, and congratulations to the incredible people sitting beside me. I can't wait to see what you all do in the future. Thank you.
Jessica, thank you. Mr. Calvin J. Herring, MMI class of 1974, is a graduate of Penn State University with a bachelor's degree in business administration. Following his graduation from college, he worked as the personnel director for St. Joseph's Hospital in Hazleton. Mr. Herring then spent 4 years as an accountant for Cadbury USA in their Hazleton manufacturing plant before returning to St. Joseph's Medical Center as the Director of Facilities through 1994. In 1995, Mr. Herring began work at the Keystone Job Corps Center in Drums, where he held many titles, including Business Community Liaison. In the spring of 2021, Mr. Herring retired after 26 years of employment at the Keystone Job Corps. He currently serves as the part-time administrator for both the Greater Hazleton Area Civic Partnership and the Mountain Council of Governments. Mr. Herring has had a successful career in our local area. His dedication to his community and his service to others is what truly sets this MMI alum apart. And all that started when he was a student at our school as president of the Interact Club and the manager of the Prepper Boys basketball team. During his career, Mr. Herring has volunteered his time in numerous civic organizations in our community, including as a member of the Hazleton Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, the Can Do Board of Directors, the American Red Cross Hazleton Chapter Board of Directors, and he is a Rotarian. He currently serves as the Community Relations Chair and Student Action Committee Advisor at Can Do, and was given the Chair Award at Can Do's annual dinner last summer. He has served as a lector at Immaculate Conception Roman Catholic Church in Freeland since 1975, and is currently a member of the Parish Council. Mr. Herring was an officer and coach in the Valley Freeland Girls Softball League, coached softball at Bishop Hayfie High School, was the Penn State Hazleton softball coach, and worked as a fast pitch umpire for the Amateur Softball Association. In addition to all of the time dedicated to our community, his true passion for service resides in the walls of the Freeland Firehouse, where he has volunteered since 1976. Wow. He has been a member of the Freeland Fire Department for over 45 years as a firefighter, engineer, committee chair, past chief, and line officer. He is the treasurer of the Freeland Fire Department Relief Association and a Pennsylvania State Fire Academy Firefighter Accreditation Evaluator. Mr. Herring has been a member of the 6 County Firefighters Association for 40 years and helped to organize their final annual convention this past May. Additionally, he is an active firefighter with Diamond Fire Company No. 2 of Hazleton and has been doing that since 1994. Cal and his wife Deb celebrated their 40th wedding anniversary on April 23rd. Congratulations. They are parents to twins. They are parents to twins Jessica Witek and Megan Herring, and to Ashley Herring. He is also known as Grandpa to Gavin, Sophia, and Jacob. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and pleasure to introduce Mr. Cal Herring, MMI class of 1974.
First of all, thank you everyone for the opportunity to speak here tonight at this momentous occasion. I appreciate the board of directors, the school administration, the education staff, the support staff, everyone here that makes MMI, MMI. To be honest, when I walked across the stage in 1973 at the old gym, I never felt that I'd be here tonight speaking at an MMI graduation. It's probably, not probably, but it is one of the highlights of my life. And I, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate this. Thank you very much. Now let's talk to the class. You've overcome many obstacles, including a pandemic that nobody saw coming or nobody even knew how to handle. But you did it. You got through that, you continued, and you grew into this graduating class that's going to be getting your diplomas very shortly. For that, you are to be commended. Thank you for becoming what you are. I will say this when I start. Reality check. For those of us who have done commencement speeches or have talked at other times, guess what? You're not going to remember much of what I said. It's just not going to happen, okay? I don't remember much of what happened in 1974, let alone yesterday. But one thing I do remember is our speaker said, and I can't remember who that was that commencement is a beginning. This is not the end. 12 plus years of education is behind you now, but you're starting a new life. You're starting independence. You're going out on your own. It is the beginning. And please remember that. This is that moment when you grasp your life and you run forward. It is truly a momentous occasion and one that you should remember for the rest of your life. So if you remember one thing about tonight, remember that. Okay, the rest of it, we'll see how it goes. Okay? Let's talk a little bit about MMI. It is the speakers here this evening, you did a wonderful job of expressing what the school is truly about. You really did. I was in the class in 1974, kind of a different class, because we followed the class of 1973. We don't have a state championship banner hanging here, okay? And it just didn't happen with us. It's always difficult being the class that followed the class. But we ended up being successful. Many of us have gone on to have wonderful careers. We have families, and we've established our mark on our towns, our states, and this country. But as we've talked about before, we talked about traditions. There's a lot of talk about traditions here tonight at MMI. Well, we had a lot of interesting traditions here. And Mr. DiLiberto and myself tonight at dinner, before we came here, shared a very unique MMI facet, should I say. When we were here at MMI, all the presidents and heads of schools always had these wonderful nicknames, lovingly so. Now, I was in education for 26 years, and I had a lot of nicknames. Some I'm not going to repeat here tonight because they're just not worth saying, especially, well. But Mr. DiLiberto and I talked about a past president by the name of Mr. Lambert Broad. Great man. Now, we were in that transition phase. See, the class is 74. We were the first class that had females for 4 years. Okay? So when we came in September of 1970, the first female group was the first 4-year female group. There was others who came in their sophomore, junior, and senior year. And we were also the first graduating class that had Mr. Radowski as our president, because he took over in 74, 73 from Mr. Broad. Mr. Broad had a very unique nickname, and we also had a basketball chair, which we wonderfully did tonight for you. That kind of embarrassed the whole crowd at the powerhouse, but Rick and I did a pretty good job of trying to remember the rendition, and it included his nickname. Mr. Radowski followed, and Mr. Radowski had a few nicknames also. Okay. I have to tell you this, Mrs. Long. Through some investigation, I've not found one for you yet. There are no Weiss Alec students yet who have done something. I will tell you, it's coming. Trust me. Okay. Just when you think that it's not going to happen, It's going to happen, and you'll enjoy it until they give it to you when you don't least expect it. So let's continue our talk a little bit about MMI here and what it has meant. MMI is different. Most schools you go to, you hear a commencement speech. At MMI, it's a Founders Day speech. And why is that important? Because MMI was founded on different principles. It was founded on the vision of people who wanted to help their employees who were coal miners to improve their stock in life. Now, my dad worked for Jeddah Highland Coal Company. My grandfather worked for Upper Lehigh Coal Company. My other grandfather worked for Latimer Coal Company. One thing that they always said to us is that we wish we would have worked for the Coxes, because the Cox family treated their employees well. And that is a testament to what we have here at MMI. Because obviously, they took their financial ability and did a lot for Freeland, for the North Side, for the Greater Hazleton area, and beyond in the establishment of MMI. And that's why this is a Founders Day address, because we're honoring our founders. Every year before Thanksgiving, I remember it well, on a very snowy, cold day, going down to St. James Episcopal Church in Drifton and paying homage to Eckley and Sophia Cox. That's different. It makes MMI different. It is something that you should realize and cherish. You see, the area was founded on anthracite coal, which fueled the Industrial Revolution, which created our country, which made the United States the United States. And they were major operators of that, and obviously gained a lot of financial wealth. But they shared it. And you, graduates tonight, are here to redeem some of that sharing. Please remember that. Never forget that the school was built on the back of coal mining and what the Coxes wanted to do to improve the lives of many. Prepper proud. Let's talk a little bit more, continue about the preppers. You know, when you leave here tonight, it's not going to strike you. It isn't. Even though we want to feel good and say, yes, you're going to, continue to think about MMI, you're going to go to college. And when you get to college, trust me, it becomes all-encompassing. Now, mine was a long time ago. We're looking at a Wayback Machine. But when I walked on University, Penn State, it was awe-inspiring. It was in the 70s. Penn State was great in football. It was a different atmosphere to being here in Freeland, Pennsylvania. And you kind of forget about where you came from. And you do. It's unfortunate, but it happens. Somewhere down the road, though, it strikes you that the gap between when you were a child and when you went to college included this fine institution that made you into what you are. It may take you 6 months. It may take you 20 years. But somewhere down the road, you will remember what MMI means. And when it does, it is just a wonderful experience because it lets you relive all the good times and unfortunately the bad times that you had. But I was glad to hear tonight the way you talked about your love for this school. Because it will maybe leave just a little bit, but eventually someday it will come back. I came to MMI not based on my own decision. The decision was made by my dad when he came home from the coal company one day, and the entrance exam was coming up for MMI, and he said, "You're going to MMI." I said, "No, I'm not. I'm going to Freeland. I went through Foster. I'm going to Freeland." He goes, "No." He said, "You're going to MMI." I said, I don't know about that. He goes, "Dad worked in the strip mines. My dad was a big guy. Okay." He said, "You're going to take the test, and if you fail on purpose, you're going to have to deal with me." Well, thank God that didn't happen, and we got through it, and I loved my stay here. But it was probably the best decision that was ever made for me. I didn't make the decision, he did. And recently, tying this in, I was speaking to a parent who didn't come to MMI, but has a student graduating today. He said he would ride on the bus and look at students who came from MMI and said, someday I want my children to be an MMI student. Not only is his child living that dream out today, but he is also. So not only tonight are you graduating for yourself, you're graduating for everyone else who supported you. And that's just a wonderful thing, because it takes a family, it takes everyone to help get you to this moment. What I really want to talk about after all that stuff of raising up MMI is community service. As you can tell, I've been very involved with community service all my life. My dad was, my father-in-law was, my grandparents were. It's been part of me. When I was growing up, everybody was involved in something, whether it be church, social awareness, emergency services, social organizations. Everybody was involved. Youth sports. Everybody was involved in something. It was something that I was raised with, and it's disappeared, and that's unfortunate. I'll give you an example. The Freeland Northside Community Ambulance Association was a strong organization. It was formed in 1954, and it was formed because people got tired of seeing hearses pull up in front of their homes when they got sick. Because, believe it or not, funeral directors use hearse to take people to the hospital. So the worst thing you want to do is when you're sick, say, why did my family member call the hearse? Do they know something's going on that I don't know? So a bunch of community members, many of whom graduated from MMI, formed the Freeland Northside Community Ambulance Association. There were doctors, lawyers, pharmacists, lumberyard owners, auto dealership people who formed this, and there were women who took the calls on their home phones and then called up all these individuals and got that ambulance on the street to take care of people who had illnesses. Over time, training has changed, requirements have changed, and we've gone into the emergency medical technician area, which was great. And we still had all these volunteers that did that. Over the past 20 years, that has changed. There are no longer in this area, or probably throughout most of the country, any volunteer ambulance associations left. Everything's a paid service. And, everything evolves. But it just goes to show you one segment, of what went away. In Freeland, we had the Eagles, we had the Elks, we had the Lions. Those organizations no longer exist. And it's not only here, but it's all over across the country. Now, why did that happen? Well, a variety of reasons. First of all, the 40-hour work week has disappeared. I don't know about you guys, even when I worked down Job Corps, 40-hour work week does not exist any longer. It just doesn't. Many people have to work 2 jobs to support their families and help through education. There's many, many, many 2-family, 2-parent, 2-wage earners in the house. It just takes away from your time. And there's a lot of other things to occupy our time than community service. Because community service is a commitment. Recently, I saw, though, how things can evolve and how we can start to improve everybody's involvement in community service. The Athena for Day of Service that's here at MMI, at the Greater Hazelton Rails to Trails, which is part of the Civic Partnership, your freshman class, freshmen, I'm sure you guys remember them, you love them, right? You love freshmen, okay? Came over to the trail and did a tremendous job of getting it ready for the busy summer and spring season. That is the beginning of community service. instilling that at an early age is what MMI does and what all of us need to instill in our families, because it is an important aspect. You know, we have food drives and clothing drives and everything at Christmas, Easter, and Thanksgiving in the way of social awareness. And what happens through the rest of the year? People are still hungry, people still need shelter, people still need clothing. You know, I implore you as a class that when you go to college, continue the community awareness that you learned here at MMI. Find something that you're going to like and do it. And when you leave here and you go to college and then you further your lives, find something in community service and do it. Now remember, just because you start something doesn't mean you're going to like it, because that doesn't always happen. People get involved in community service, and then unfortunately, instead of being a reward, it becomes a burden. You don't want that. So if you get involved in something and say, this just isn't for me, then walk away with dignity and respect for that organization, but find something else. And if that doesn't work, find something else. Just continue to search for something that will help provide for the common good of everyone. And that's a very important fact, because people sometimes get involved in an organization that they don't really feel comfortable with, and because of that, they just leave and stop doing something, anything. Now, when Mrs. Long talked about all the stuff that I've been involved in my life, there has been, and still is, the fire service, which is an important part of my life. I like to say sometimes if I would have put as much into my work career as I did into fire service career, I'd be a much more wealthy man. But it's also a burden on families. My family sitting over there, they've missed a lot of Christmas Eves, which I still hear about, a lot of holidays, a lot of special events. They've heard me getting up in the middle of the night and going out and going on calls. So they're a special part of it. And I'll bring up Joe Stepanski's name again tonight. If you think I'm dedicated, he's a lot more dedicated than I am. And he does a lot for the fire service in his community. And we respect that. He's our leader up here in Freeland. But there's one thing that'll stop you, dead in your tracks, from going out to a fire call. And it happened to me a week ago. Laying in bed, 2:30 in the morning, pager hits, means you're getting dispatch. And it was for assist to Freeland Police on a forcible entry call. They had to get inside of a building. So we have the technology and the tools and the equipment to be able to make this work without doing any damage. Believe me, there are ways. We don't use them in emergency, but in non-emergency service we do. So I get up and I have my clothes in a specific location. I wear the calls, winter clothes, it's cold, summer clothes when it's not so cold. And I get dressed and I come out to my deck and I look. And between me and my truck, there are two skunks. Two. Not one, but two. Okay? So now what do you do? All right? I said, well, do I have another game plan? I can go up the street, come down around the alley. That's not going to work because they're there. So just remember, if there's only one thing that will stop you from doing community service, it's a skunk. Okay? And that will stop you dead in your track. Because if I would have walked in with skunk smell on me, my wife would have thrown me right out the door. So as I conclude, I want to thank you again for having me, for giving me this opportunity, and for being able to talk to you. There's so many memories that have gone through my mind tonight just walking through the school and walking through the halls. You truly are a special group. And always remember to be Prepper proud and be part of MMI. Thank you again. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Herring. almost there. We've come to the part of the ceremony that I know our seniors have been waiting for. It's the awarding of the diplomas. Mr. DiLiberto, I certify to the MMI Board of Directors that the members of this class before you have met all of the requirements for graduation. These qualified and worthy individuals should be awarded an MMI diploma with all the privileges and responsibilities pertaining thereto. I now invite Mr. DiLiberto and Mr. Herring to join me in the front to present diplomas and to congratulate our students.
Jessica Zhang. Jessica, the class of 2023's valedictorian, will attend the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, where she will pursue a double major in biological engineering and science, technology, and society. Jessica served as president of the class of 2023, the Interact Club, the Science National Honor Society, the Mu Alpha Theta Math National Honor Society, and MMI's Future Business Leaders of America chapter, where she is a 3-times national qualifier. She served as captain of the mock trial and envirothon teams and was named a National Merit Commended Scholar, a 2023 Standard Speaker Scholastic Superstar, and a Coca-Cola Scholar semifinalist. Jessica conducted, presented, and published research through the Rockefeller University Summer Science Research Program, the MIT Think Scholars Program, and the Research Science Institute. She is a 6-times first place state, 4-times perfect score recipient, and recipient of the Microbiology Excellence Award, the Biology Excellence Award, and the Pennsylvania Science Talent Search Award through the Pennsylvania Junior Academy of Science. Jessica attended the Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership Forum, served as an intern for Women Doing Science, and volunteered at numerous organizations, including the STEAM Academy, Magnify Wellness, and the Teens Give organization. Manal Muhammad. Manal, the class of 2023's salutatorian, will attend the University of Scranton, where she will major in biology with a pre-medicine concentration. She is a 4-year member of the Future Business Leaders of America chapter and the Pennsylvania Junior Academy of Science. She was a 3-year member of the Interact Club, volunteered at the Lehigh Valley Hospital in Hazleton, and served as vice president of the National Spanish Honor Society. Brenna Kate Eckhart. Brenna will attend Bucknell University, where she will major in mechanical engineering and minor in theater technology and design. Brenna served as stage manager and production assistant of the Upper School Drama Club and the MMI Prepper Playhouse. She was also captain of the girls' tennis team, and she served as the secretary of the class of 2023 and the Mu Alpha Theta Math National Honor Society. Brenna was a 3-year member of the Interact Club, a 4-year member of the Future Business Leaders of America, and a 6-year member of the Pennsylvania Junior Academy of Science, where she earned an Engineering Excellence Award this year. Brenna was also named a 2023 Scholastic Superstar. Evelyn Rain Lacombe. Evelyn will attend Shippensburg University of Pennsylvania, where she will major in clinical psychology and minor in criminal justice. She was a member of the Upper School Drama Club and the MMI Prepper Playhouse, and graduated from the Pennsylvania Free Enterprise Week. Erica D. Klein. Erica will attend the University of Miami, where she will major in oceanography with a pre-veterinary concentration. She served as treasurer of the Science National Honor Society, historian for the class of 2023, and as a Red Cross ambassador. Erica was captain of the girls' cross-country team, a member of the cheerleading team, and earned her black belt in karate. Erica was a member of the Interact Club and Mock Trial, where she earned numerous Best Witness awards, and she served as a student ambassador. Christian Carol Banks. Christian will attend Gettysburg College, where she was accepted into the Abraham Lincoln Scholars Program. She will major in chemistry and minor in German studies. Christian served as treasurer of the Interact Club, president of the National Honor Society, vice president of the Mu Alpha Theta Math National Honor Society, and the Science National Honor Society, and was also the senior editor of the yearbook. Christian is a graduate of the Junior Leadership Northeast program and served as a Junior Leadership Project Advisor. She was a member of the Luzerne Foundation's Youth Advisory Committee and attended the Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership Forum. Christian was a member of the cheerleading team and volunteered as an MMI student ambassador and a mentor with the Women Empowered by Science Camp at Wilkes University. She was named a Coca-Cola semifinalist and a 2023 Scholastic Superstar, earned the President's Bronze Volunteer Service Award, and competed at the state level in the Pennsylvania School Press Association writing competition. Jillian Claire McGeehan. Jillian will attend the University of Chicago, where she will major in sociology and minor in East Asian languages and literature, with a concentration in Chinese. She served as treasurer of the class of 2023, president of the Chinese National Honor Society, secretary of the Interact Club, and a captain of the mock trial team. Jillian served as junior board president of the Cunningham Valley Civic Organization. She is a member of the Upper School Drama Club and the MMI Prepper Playhouse, and participates in ballet at the Performing Arts Center. Jillian earned a Perseverance Award this year, recognizing her 6-year participation in the Pennsylvania Junior Academy of Science. Kate Marie Millay. Kate will attend Lebanon Valley College, where she was accepted into the accelerated 5-year Communication Sciences and Disorders Speech-Language Pathology program. She served as secretary of the National Science Honor Society, vice president of the Interact Club, and became a student ambassador for the Pennsylvania Free Enterprise Week. Kate has been a member of the cheerleading team since middle school and was a member of the girls' varsity tennis team. She was named one of MMI's 2023 PIAA Scholar Athletes. Kate was a member of the Drama Club and Prepper Playhouse stage crew, served as an MMI student ambassador, and was a member of the mock trial team. Caden Elijah Peace. Caden will attend Messiah University, where he will major in electrical engineering. Caden was involved with soccer since 9th grade and served as captain of the varsity soccer team for 2 years. He was a member of the varsity basketball team and served as captain this year. Caden was recognized as one of MMI's 2023 PIAA Scholar Athletes. He was a member of the Future Business Leaders of America chapter and served as vice president of the National Chinese Honor Society and treasurer of the Mu Alpha Theta National Math Honor Society. Ty Lewis McDermott. Ty will attend the Catholic University of America, where he will major in operational management. Ty served as president of the Student Council for the past 2 years, president of the National Art Honor Society, historian of Mu Alpha Theta, the Math National Honor Society, and vice president of the class of 2023, the National Honor Society, and Future Business Leaders of America chapter. He is a graduate of the Pennsylvania Free Enterprise Week. Ty is a 4-year member of the varsity baseball team and served as captain this year, and is a member of the varsity golf team. Caleb Joseph Searock. Caleb will attend the Commonwealth University of Pennsylvania, Bloomsburg campus, where he will major in nursing and minor in Spanish. Caleb was a member of the Interact Club, the Upper School Drama Club, the MMI Prepper Playhouse. He also served as an MMI student ambassador. Casey Svensson Batum. Casey will attend the University of Mississippi, where she has been accepted into the Chinese language flagship program. She will major in international studies and Chinese. Casey was a member of the girls' varsity tennis team, the drama club, and Envirothon. Casey served as the co-historian and co-treasurer of the National Chinese Language Honor Society. She was involved with the Pennsylvania Music Educators Association District Orchestra Festival. Emily Iluminada Lopez Rodriguez. Emily will attend East Stroudsburg University of Pennsylvania, where she was accepted to the honors program. She plans to pursue double major in psychology and rehabilitative and human services. She served as president of the Spanish National Honor Society senior year and treasurer during her junior year. Emily was a member of the Future Business Leaders of America chapter, where she served as its secretary. She was also a member of the varsity volleyball team. Ava Bridget Putnam. Ava will attend Nova Southeastern University, where she will major in marine biology with a minor in environmental science. Ava coordinated the 2023 Suicide Prevention Awareness Day. She served as co-treasurer and co-historian of the Chinese National Honor Society. She was a member of the varsity girls basketball team and served as captain senior year. Ava graduated from the Pennsylvania Free Enterprise Week and volunteered with Women Empowered by STEM program at Wilkes University. She participates in dance since she was 2 years old at the Performing Arts Center. Ashley Bonifacio Osorio. Ashley will attend LaSalle University, where she was accepted to the honors program. She will major in psychology. Ashley served as captain of the volleyball team, and she was a member of the cheerleading team. She served as secretary of the Chinese National Honor Society and was a member of the Interact Club. Ashley is an active volunteer in her church community and served as the coordinator of altar servers at Queen of Heaven Parish. Andon Shane Carlick. Andon will attend the University of Pittsburgh at Johnstown, where he will major in business management with a minor in entrepreneurship. Andon was a member of the varsity baseball and varsity golf teams, as well as the Future Business Leaders of America chapter. In addition, he served as an admissions ambassador and received the 2023 MMI Ambassador Service Award. Gianna Moisey Hoover. Gianna will attend the University of New Haven, where she will major in forensic psychology. She was a 4-year member of the volleyball team, playing 2 years on the varsity team. Gianna was a volunteer with the Helping Hand Society as well as the Hazelton Animal Shelter. Nathan James Dewar Canosa. Nathan will attend the Pennsylvania College of Technology, where he will major in residential construction technology and management. He was a member of the Future Business Leaders of America chapter, Envirothon, and the varsity soccer and varsity tennis teams. Nathan volunteered with the Hazleton Integration Project. Jeffrey Mark D'Angelo. Jeffrey will attend Westchester University of Pennsylvania, where he will major in nutrition with a dietetics concentration. He was a member of the Upper School Drama Club and Future Business Leaders of America, where he competed at the state competition twice. Jeffrey graduated from the Pennsylvania Free Enterprise Week, where he served as his team's chief executive officer and served on the Hazleton City Junior Council. Lucille Marie Vandenberg. Lucille will attend Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, where she will major in aerospace engineering. She was a member of the Robotics and Maker Club, the Interact Club, and served as a student ambassador. Lucy is a member of the Girl Scouts of America, a volunteer at the Marion Sutherland Library, and the Women Empowered by STEM program at Wilkes University. She was a member of the varsity softball team, the Pennsylvania Pirates canoe team, and the Diamond City Figure Skating Club. John Eugene Schweerd III. John will attend the Pennsylvania College of Technology, where he will major in construction management. John served as the MMI class of 2023's representative on the Can-Do Student Board of Directors. He is a member of the Boy Scouts of America and achieved the rank of Eagle Scout. John was also a member of the Luzerne Foundation's Youth Advisory Committee. He was a member of the varsity golf team and the Future Business Leaders of America chapter and served as a student ambassador. John graduated from the Pennsylvania Free Enterprise Week. He serves as vice president of the board of directors for the Brainerd History Church and Cemetery Association and volunteers as an altar server for his parish. John Matthias Mauna. John will attend the Pennsylvania State University, where he will major in computer science. He was a member of the National Honor Society, the Upper School Drama Club, and the MMI Prepper Playhouse. Samuel Isaac Pacchioli. Sam will attend Gordon College, where he will major in communication arts. Sam was a member of the varsity soccer team, Envirothon, and the Future Business Leaders of America chapter. He served as a camp counselor every summer at Camp Susquehanna. Wakas Orion. Wakas will attend New York University, where he plans to major in finance and computer science. He was a member of the varsity soccer team and Envirothon, and is an avid chess player. He volunteers regularly at his mosque, including teaching Sunday school classes every weekend.
Thank you, Mr. Vincent. This is exciting. We're really close now. Class of 2023, congratulations to all. And remember that you're not officially graduated until I give you the signal to toss your caps at the end of the ceremony. I now invite Mr. DiLiberto, class of 1979, and the chair of the board of directors back to the podium.
At this time, I ask the class of 2023 to please stand. All MMI alumni in the audience, please stand as well. MMI, class of 2023, the people standing before you represent 144 years of MMI graduates. Now, and for the rest of your lives, you are alumni of MMI, and these are your brothers and sisters. The MMI alumni community now includes 1,978 living graduates worldwide. They are accomplished men and women who represent the highest standards of conduct and achievement. They can be invaluable resources to you from this day forward. On behalf of the alumni present and those around the world, I formally and officially welcome you as MMI alumni. At this time, would everyone please rise to sing the alma mater, which appears in the graduation program and on the banner next to the American flag.
You may be seated. Thank you, Mr. DiLiberto. Before we conclude this evening, I have a few thank yous. We thank Mr. Cal Herring for joining us tonight and his great words to our graduates. I thank Mr. DiLiberto and the entire board of directors for their support tonight and throughout the year. Thank you to our MMI Student Orchestra under the direction of Mrs. Renee Marciante. Thank you to our incredible maintenance staff who always do a fantastic job really getting us ready for these events. Before I ask our graduates to toss their caps in the air, I invite our newest alumni and their families to attend the graduation reception held in your honor and hosted by our Parents Association. This will begin directly after the ceremony, But before we celebrate in the courtyard, I'd like to explain how our recessional will work this evening. After the graduates toss their caps, they will walk down the center aisle and form a receiving line to the left side of the gym. Everyone is encouraged to stop and see them and offer your congratulations. Graduates, please stand and be ready. It is now my honor to present the MMI class of 2023. Toss those caps.